Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Ottoman Empire, Kaiserreich, and we're picking where we left off. So, in the last episode, we crushed the rebellion of Basra, of Assyria, and there is probably more to come. So, let's improve the infantry equipment to do that. So, research bonus. As high as 100%. Oh. Let's do that. I don't know. It's same. Okay. We have been embargoed by Mexico. Okay. I don't really care. I'm not reporting anything from Mexico, so I'm pretty fine. Turkish industrial. Okay, the aluminium trade with German Empire was modified because of lack of civilian factories. Turkish Industrial Bank, Development Bank. Railway. We lose stability. We can add infrastructure. It requires both. Did anything that grants civilian factories? Let's see. Industry. Right? Industry? Yep. Research, production, navy, political manpower, air force. Or I could just search it. Wait. See. Wow. Civil. Yeah. This grants civilian factories, civilian factories, civilian factories. Can do that. Civilian factory. Okay, we'll have to take a hit to what do we wanna do infrastructure first. 70 days, 35 days. I think we want infrastructure first. Urbanizing region, developing rural region. Let's go for this first. So you have 0 available. Wow. Zero. Damn. Because of the... I didn't read the focus through. Should have paid more attention to the focus. But it's only for 150 days. I made that out. Fall of Riyadh. What? As the Saudis were once driven back by the forces of Muhammad Ali in the 19th centuries, so have now the emirs of the northern driven Saudis out of their capital in Riyadh. Arabians all across the peninsula, from Hale to Medina, rejoice as the Wahhabists have once more been dealt a powerful blow. The union of Arab forces against night, however, greatly troubles the governors of the southern vilayates, as they fear that this show of Arab cooperation and the enthusiasm of the volunteers who partook in the fighting may give rise to increased Arab nationalism once more. We recognize the Rashidi victory. Oh. The Emirate of Jabal Shamar pledges its allegiance. Prostrating themselves to the Caliph, a delegation from the Emirate of Jabal Shamar has arrived in Dal Mahabachte Palace to pledge their state's allegiance to the great Caliph of all Islam and fight once more beside their gallant allies should the time come. Whilst their sweet words could just as well have come from a snake, the message sent by the Emir is clear. If the Caliph will once more reward the Emir for his support in the wars to come, they will offer their swords and camels to the sublime port. Should we, however, stop empowering the Rashidi dynasty, they will without a doubt switch sides and betray our trust. Further confirming the suspicions of our government, the Emir has asked for substantial material support to build up his army and modernize his impoverished realm. Denying him this support will almost surely make him turn his back on the Caliph and guide him towards Cairo. Much do we have? This Piad Fegiapim is this? 2000 units, 1898. Damn, production. Oh. If we don't, then Egypt will. Yeah, I don't want them to stand. I'd rather use a very big ally to assist the Emir. Okay. It's a pretty big hit to political power, but it's worth. And the World War is going to come soon. Serbia still can't deal with the IMRO rising. Cancel non-aggression pact. Okay. Okay, that's. Organized by students from the Baghdad Law College and Iraqi groups such as the Young Muslim Society, protests are rocking the capital of the Iraqi region. They are expressing their outrage towards the increasing Zionist settlements in the MOJ and calling on all Muslims in the empire to protect their Palestinian brethren from this threat. Disturbing Baghdad unrest will increase. So let's see if is the resistance 9%, 8%. Okay, let's put one here. Private Slav and ownership, and then let's go Anatolian Roads program. We can get some more civilian factories. First provincial elections. Recently agreed upon in the Meklis Sejm at Busan, the first provincial elections in the history of the Ottoman Empire have gone forward. The overseeing authorities report that the elections occurred without much incident, although turnout at first glance seems to be minimal, with many in the Kurdish and Iraqi vilayets not showing up to their booths. Nonetheless, all the seats have been filled and the elections have been declared a grand success in the liberal media, declaring the event a turning point in Ottoman history on par with the Tanzimat reforms. Not the greatest of starts, but it shall do for now. Change popularity of social liberalism, 5%. Good. Creation of the State Airlines General Directorate. Seen as one of the most vital technological advancements of our era, the Ottoman government has always had a keen interest in the field of aviation, as its potential for partisan suppression and quick communication are essential for maintaining the integrity of the sublime state. Besides military applications, however, there has been a growing interest into the potential of civilian transportation by air from the center to the periphery. To cater to this demand, the government has struck a partnership with the German aircraft manufacturer Junkers, or Junkers, to enable the construction of license-built planes with the Ottoman Empire. Even though the empire doesn't readily possess the technological prowess or degree of industrialization, to mass-produce aircraft, this sector of the industry has been absorbed into the state directives as essential to the interest of the Ottoman state. The current airline, operated by the Ministry of Defense, has also been rebranded into the State Airlines General Directorate and folded into the Department of Transportation. Whilst ambitious plans for an airport in Constantine have also been drafted up, the lack of funding has postponed these indefinitely. With the already collected funding instead shifted towards the expansion of airstrips in Baghdad, Beirut, Mecca, and Misurata. We take to the skies, a 15-year experience. Okay, now that we have army experience, let's edit this. Add combat support, artillery. That's done. Okay, save. We don't have enough artillery. Okay, then let's add an infantry. Make it 20 combat phase. Okay, we have that. 727,000 manpower. Okay, I can do that. 3k infantry equipment. Good. The Syrian League of National Action. Rumors have been brewing for a while now with the electoral defeat of the decentralist coalition in 1935 of a new party for second-generation Syrian nationalists. Promising to be young, dynamic, and very different from the traditional Damascene parties, this new party was today announced to the public under the leaders Ahmad Sharbati, Abdul Razak al-Dentashi, Irfan al-Jalad, and Shafiq Suleiman as the League of National Action. In opposition to the old elites deeply ingrained within the Ottoman civil system, the new party promises to be the voice of the Syrian youth and work together with other Arab nationalist forces to hasten the autonomy Syria has been striving for. Likely influenced by Jewish rhetoric, the League of National Action has been embraced a Qawmi and or greater Arab identity as opposed to the Syria-focused Bethany identity of the Damascene elite. Despite their enthusiasm, however, so far interest from regions outside Syria has been lukewarm as best, and even within Syria, their message doesn't seem to reach much further than Damascus. These are just bored youngsters. Strange popularity of social liberalism, -3%, 10 deputies from the Arab nationalists joined the opposition. Not really that bad. Let's see. Chamber of Deputies. Here the Conservatives supportive, Arab Nationalists supportive, Turkish Nationalists supportive, Independents not really supportive. Okay. Nice, improved light tank chassis. Let's go for oil or yeah, let's go for synthetic oil experience. Unlock traits in military industrial organizations. Wow. This is something I don't really know. Click to complete trait. Only for all the light tank equipment. Requires one of the following. So I have to, okay. Cool. It's actually really quick to put on queue. And this organization has trade points. The first web trade in this queue will be completed. Great. So we'll do this, yeah. Likewise, all the following, but I won't have medium tanks soon. Okay, so let's deploy this and then remove that. And then let's move. Let's add more armored battalions. Light tank. Light tank. And mobile. We don't have any. Damn. Trying to come up with. I mean, I don't know if this is really. Okay. We'll have one tank, I guess. Create variant. Auto design. We can't auto design, why? Um. Here gun. Plus support. What grants the most piercing? Wow, improved small cannon, okay. So that. I mean, that's pretty good, right? 50 piercing, 13 breakthrough. Cool. Put more armor. We can't. So expensive. Damn. Need more army experience. Okay. And let's move this. Okay. Put them here. Anti-Zionist actions in Iraq. After protests were ultimately quelled by the Wali of Baghdad for their disruptive nature, various Arab Muslim groups expressed their grief in different ways. Days of mourning have been declared, prayers recited for the souls of all who perished in Palestine. The newspaper appeared bordered in black. Even more disturbing is a romantic attachment to the flag of the failed Arab revolt, which has regularly started to show up all across gatherings. Although its usage is officially banned by the state, many Arab Jabri units are refusing to intervene, causing its distribution to increase at a rapid pace. This is starting to get out of hand. Mosul unrest will increase. Mosul, okay. Let's put all of them under a field marshal. Put him under a field marshal. And this guy under a field marshal. So we get all the bonuses. The juices. Okay. Spanish Civil War over. With the syndicalists winning. Cool. Failed coup in Cairo. Murder in Baghdad. As tensions continue to mount in the MOJ, an aggressive action is undertaken by the international gendarmerie. Relations between Muslims and Jews within the Ottoman Empire itself are also deteriorating. Last week, 2 Jews were shot in the streets of Baghdad by unknown persons, either for personal or political motives. A few days later, another Jew was killed, prompting demands from the Jewish community in the city to forward gendarmerie protection, with which the Wali complied. Although further attacks have thus far not occurred, this only further confirms fears of increasing instability in the Mashriq. Most disturbing in the Baghdad. Okay, then let's do this. Like this. Okay, and then move these like here. They don't get. Chief Rabbi denounced the Zionist program. Continued attacks on the Jewish community in Baghdad and threats in local newspapers demanding that the rabbi expresses his opposition to the Zionist project and international Jewry in general have forced the chief rabbi of the city to ultimately comply. To further relieve tensions amongst the Muslim population, meetings to explain the Palestinian situation were organized in Baghdad mosques after prayers commemorating the ascent of the Prophet. Whether it was the message or the high attendance of plainclothes policemen which stopped further escalations is unclear. Wise decision. Let's see how are we doing in. Still pretty low. Let's put out resistance here. Good. The Bulgarian National Legionary States declare war on the Serbian Republic. Wow. Already. They're again at war with Bulgaria. Wow. Wow. I don't know. Chief Rabbi Chaim Rishak Saki denounces the MOJ, usually not a man easy to react to political developments within the empire. The chief rabbi of Constantinople, or Hakam Bashi, has decided to openly proclaim his support for the Ottoman government in their attempts to reintegrate the Palestinian region. Referencing the long and mutually cooperative history of Jews within the Ottoman system, he has attacked the Zionists whose primarily European mindset have no idea of the damage they are inflicting on the relations between Muslim and Jew in the Orient. Support from rabbis in Yemen, Baghdad, and Tripolitania has arrived at the chief rabbinate in the capital as they too experience increasing anti-Jewish attacks caused by the agitated Muslim population of the empire. Although their words are unlikely to have any effect on policy in the region, it's the last in a long line of desperate attempts to de-escalate tensions. We are grateful for your support. General strike in Palestine. Let's see if we do something, anything. Oh. Violence in the MOJ. Increasing Jewish migration and decrease in resources after the American forces pulled out last year has caused violence to erupt once more in the MOJ, leading to the deaths of multiple dozen Arabs in peacekeeping and strike-breaking actions. Our government has, in response, increased its calls for the abolishment of the entity, pointing out that only Ottoman rule can end the crisis peacefully. Various Jewish groups across our empire are also calling on the Sultan to take a more decisive stance towards the MOJ, as they fear retaliation by the Arab brethren for the actions by the international gendarmerie. Send new orders to our Mutasafir. Game base for support political power. Society for the Defense of the Palestine forms. Fostered by General Taha al-Hashimi, brother of the Baghdadi Wali Yassin al-Hashimi, the Society for the Defense of Palestine was formed earlier this week, primarily created to collect donations for the Arab Mujahideen fighting in Palestine. They are, however, also an important conduit for Arab nationalism, as direct action from the government against the MUJ remains absent. Nonetheless, taking action against the group may be dangerous, as the family connection between its founder and the Baghdadi Wali and war hero Yassin could lead to unfortunate consequences if not handled carefully. Shut down the SDP. Refrain from intervening. If you shut down Society for the Defense of Palestine, no. Arab desperados leave for Palestine. Coming from within the Ottoman army stationed in Iraq and Syria, a small group of volunteers and desperados have deserted the force to join the Palestinian guerrilla movements. Presumably led by Fawzi al-Kawouki, an Ottoman officer of Syrian descent, the group is reported to be well armed and receiving covert support from the Walis of the Mashriq. Let's hope the International Council gets the hint. Creation of the Yavuz Sultan Selim Association. Based around the illustration Sultan Selim I, who conquered the entire Mamluk Sultanate in the early 16th century, Turkish and Arab intellectuals have come together to press the Sultan for a resolution to the Palestinian crisis. Organizing debates, political fora, and teaching local Arabs of the ties binding Turks and Arabs together over the last few centuries, a large focus is placed on teaching about the history of Ottoman Palestine and the prosperity it has encountered under the wing of the Caliph. Some have, however, discredited the association, calling it a propaganda stunt of the Constantine government, who is finding it harder and harder by the day to find support for its Ottomanist ideology. Foreign observers in the meanwhile call it a stunt by the Grand Vizier to increase support amongst its population for military intervention in the regime. Gods, we were strong then. Okay. Activation. Go for research speed. Protests in Haifa. Constituting the northern part of what could be called Ottoman Palestine, the province of Haifa has long served as an economic center point for the region. With the demarcation of the MOJ borders in 1920, based on an arbitrary position of the front lines at the time, much of the economic connections between the north and south were disrupted. The growing Jewish community in the region was largely displaced in the following months, to great anger of both Jews and Arabs alike. As tensions continue to rise in the MOJ, so have Palestinian Arabs in Haifa taken to the streets in support of the Southern Brethren, calling upon the Caliph to protect Islam from this foreign invasion. To unite Palestine and to make a stand against imperial encroachment, thousands are marching down the city's narrow streets. This is getting out of hand real fast. Yashpal al-Uruba. Further developments have occurred in the Syrian political capital of Damascus, where, to the example of many nationalist movements in Europe, the League of National Action has given rise to their own militia, called the Ashbal al-Uruba. They say that they have been inspired by European armies that are wearing green shirts, parading through the streets of Damascus, unarmed as to not give the gendarmerie an excuse to intervene. Militia promises to create three-dimensional men out of the Syrian youth, excelling in martial arts, politics, mathematics, politics, and poetry. Fall of Bucharest. How is Bulgaria winning this? Turkish nationalists leave the DF, disillusioned by the continued cooperation of the DF with the HIF and fully convinced that the path they have chosen is destined to lead the empire into ruin. A group of Turkish nationalist deputies have announced that they would break their ties with the party and form their own faction. Whilst this comes as a significant blow to the party and may eventually lead to them abandoning the coalition, if further signs point this way. The government currently still has a workable coalition. Most unfortunate. So can we talk with DF? Okay. Anatolian Roads program, great. Can do this. Has national spirit, loosening economic restrictions. Add loosening economic restrictions, okay. Okay, put them here. Okay. This is alright. Let's, we can produce that. Nothing about this. Can do that. Let's cool. Oh damn. I'm surprised at how Bulgaria is winning this against 3 other countries. And how Romania didn't Bucharest fall, and then it was conquered again. Serbia is losing this, right? Coalition talks with the DF. Although the centralists have been unable to gain the support necessary to form a workable coalition, we on our own do neither. The DF of Kazim Karabaker forms the key in this debacle as its triumph at the ballots has grown the party substantially, to the point that they can now crown themselves kingmaker. Kazim is very well aware of this position and has been playing hardball with our party in an attempt to secure the position of Grand Vizier for himself. When the mind of the Sultan set on our own Sabahattin, however, he is now willing to negotiate a coalition. The price is high, however, as not only the Ministries of War and Finances would be given to this party, but also the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, which would ensure strong influence of his party on nearly all shapes of policy. What choice do we have? Changing popularity of social liberalism, the market liberals join the coalition. Not too bad. Here we have we can revert to achieve social reforms. I don't know. Corruption scandal rocks the HIF. Brought to the parliamentary floor by a group of opposition members, a clear link has been established between the Undersecretary of the Grand Vizier and the normal expenses of the Ottoman treasury. Furthermore, they have proved that the man misused his position to empower his friends and family, granting them significant properties from the Defterdarlik, Internal Revenue Office. In the region of Aintab, this news was further soured by the testimony of Aintabi citizen who pointed out that the properties were seized by the Ottoman state during the Armenian deportations and never returned. even though their original inhabitants safely found their way home against all odds. This unfortunate correlation has had significant repercussions on the Armenian delegates of the HIF, who out of protest have announced their immediate departure from the coalition, taking up their places amongst the independents. Most unfortunate. And to that, either that. We could go for a bit of navy. I don't know. Over mountaineers. Can't. Let's go with this. Unlock trades. What is this? Infantry equipment. Can go with defense, soft attack, reliability, hard attack, piercing. Defense probably. We have soft attack, breakthrough, reliability. Breakthrough production cost plus 5%. Let's go with this. Okay. Then put this in the queue. Good. That's a fun DLC to have. Monarchy restored in Greece. And they are losing. Wow. And Bulgaria is losing too. Yeah, what time? I'm really surprised at how strongly they actually lasted. Okay, replace loosening economic restrictions with national protection law. We just bypassed these negative effects. We're only having them for 35 days. I mean, we're going to have them for 35 days. I congratulate the winner. Okay, we should read that. Let's just... No. The abandoned properties laws. As the deportations of the Armenians and Greeks increased during the Weltkrieg and the death count started to ramp up, their possessions were usually left behind and confiscated by local Muslims. To deal with the growing amount of abandoned houses and other properties, these were ultimately placed under the regulations of the abandoned properties laws and made possessions of the state until the original owner could return and prove his ownership. During the war, however, these properties were used as payment and enticement for local Kurds and other Muslims for their contribution to the war, and the deportations in specific. As the war came to an end and many of the Armenians deported along the Homs-Damascus route returned to Cilicia, the new owners of these properties were evidently less interested in returning these. A commission was sent from Kazdi to solve the issue and peacefully assist in the restitution of these properties, but heavy opposition from the local Muslim residents, boosted by the efforts of local COP leaders such as them, occurred. Someone ultimately forced them to withdraw despite the pleas of the Central Service of Armenian Repatriation. The Armenians in question would ultimately be painted as traitors to the Ottoman Empire, enemies of the state, and willing collaborators of the entire occupation of 1918-1990. The Armenian deputies never stopped fighting for restitution, however, and with their hopes invested in the HIF to finally give them back their land, they have seen in the recent sales of Mir land an opportunity to receive a fair compensation for their losses during the war. Many Muslim deputies, however, are firmly opposed to these ideas, with members from the OHF often even going as far as saying that this is their reward for the treachery during the war. This has prompted the Armenian deputies to lose their patience with the coalition, as their inability to take a decisive stance on the issue has now led to an ultimatum. Either their people are compensated, or all Armenians will withdraw from the coalition. We should compensate the Armenians. What Armenian properties? We have either Turkish nationalists, lose them, 30 of them. We can only gain 10. That's bad. But 15 deputies from the independents join the coalition. We have really bad. No, what Armenian properties? If they declare war, I have... Oh, damn. Okay. Can I appoint someone? Armor. Concealment. No one. Socialist Italy is really struggling. And how is Greece not capitulated? Okay, they just lost. Okay, they joined the Third National, the IK one. I guarantee them I gotta go to war with them, probably. Let's not fall back line, front line. Them here. And then... Who... Okay. Yeah, I will join, but... Let's... Send material support, send some guns. Once. Let's give them a 500. Populist economics. Okay. 2 civilian, 1 civilian, 1 civilian, 1 civilian. 56 days, 35. Okay, let's go for this. Okay, now that I'm here. Okay, they are winning this. Okay, let's accept that. Okay. Ask for military access. Rising support for the DF. The DF has recently seen a growth in popularity, mainly on the Anatolian periphery, amongst the lower educated population. Usually voting for the policies of Mustafa Kemal, this came as a surprise both in the headquarters of the OHF and the DF. Trying to find an explanation for this phenomenon, some observers have found a connection related to the name of the party itself. The party's logo A galloping white horse comes from the strong resemblance of the foreign word democrat, to the Turkish words demir kirat, iron kirat. The horse Kirat was a character in popular Turkish legend. It was the horse and trusted companion of Koroglu, a Robin Hood type hero who championed the causes of the common people against the oppressive regime. Democrat and Demir Kirat were often interchanged by the peasantry. Some have pointed out that the peasantry began to view the Democrat Party as a supernatural hero, protecting their rights from the detached aristocrats in Constantine, just as in the folklore. This can't possibly have worked, right? Okay, so let's... Oh, I transferred these. No, 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 please. Please stay here. Make a... Yeah. Okay, do that. Okay. Be here. Okay, and these guys will go on the front line. Clean up this. Can they move? Okay, great news. I don't want anything. Omer Faruk Effendi falls ill. And a fallback line. Here. Or actually, put them here. Can I delete this, please? Okay. The invasion of Kassab. Townsmen of the otherwise quiet Kassab were rudely awakened by the presence of an Iranian detachment on their shore this morning, as in yet another move of mounting tensions in the Arab Gulf. The government of Tehran has seemingly unilaterally taken control over the entire Strait of Hormuz. The occupation has been without bloodshed, seemingly being led from the Iranian cruiser Sahand. Shortly after 6 a.m., a group of 5 lifeboats were disembarked and sent towards the harbor of Kassab. After a short kerfuffle with a small Muscati garrison in the Kassab castle, Muscati surrendered and the Iranian flag was hoisted in the battlements to signify the new ruler of the peninsula. This blatant act of aggression, which has cut off all dominion in the Gulf from their traditional parties in India, has caused great consternation in Basra and Baghdad, where officials are demanding an immediate response to the threat, showcasing the strength of the Ottoman fleet and giving the Iranians a warning they won't soon forget. You can try, I mean, why not? Okay, let's put them all on this front line. Delete all of these lines and put front line here. And we'll just take someone like this. Actually, let's... Okay, then let's move here. have more fleets. Let's move that here. Okay. Let's run it a bit so they get in position. Then control this. Okay. Do patrol. They can patrol. I mean, okay. Let's sail. Haha, nice. Ireland abandons Masandam Peninsula, seemingly scared off by the Ottoman fleet. The Iranians have packed up their bags in Kasab and returned to the Persepolis. Persepolis. Where is Persepolis? Over here, right? I'd say they're here. Can't find. With Iranian presence removed from the peninsula, the question remains as to its future. The Sultan of Muscat has proven utterly incapable of defending against even the smallest of armies. And with the rising importance of the Hormuz Strait in the global economy, being the vein that connects Iraqi and Bahraini oil to the world, some have asked themselves whether it wouldn't be better for our security if a permanent Ottoman garrison is established in the peninsula. And the peninsula back to our Muscati friends. Kasab becomes owned and patrolled by Muscat. Muscat gains Greece. Kasab, is this Kasab? Kasab. Yeah, this is Kasab. Small thing, right? It doesn't want to show it. This thing. Who is the owner of this thing? Republic of Iran. Okay. The Strait of Hormuz necessitates a strong Ottoman presence. 5% war support. Abu Dhabi unrest will decrease. Bahrain decrease. Muscat gains decrease in opinion. Iran gains decrease. Neither has the grain. Yeah, let's give them to Muscat then. And they will also love us, which is nice. It's always nice. Let's see what we have here. Can we... HOI4 still holds majority. We can revert HOI4 social reforms. We have 30 deputies from the Conservatives join the college. Still hurt us a bit. We want to do that. I don't want to do that yet. Let's put theorist. Military theorist, land doctrine cost, mobile warfare, air doctrine, naval doctrine. I don't know. What can we do here? Nothing. Let's supply consumption. That sounds good. Supply consumption. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to make more. I wanted to upgrade this tank. Got a one-man turret, right? 3-man turret, no, 1-man turret, and then add this improvised small cannon for 50 precinct. There. What breakthrough? What gives breakthrough? Think. Okay. Put max armor, max engine. What can we do? Radio. Sure. Secondary turret. Small cannon. Sure. Special modules. Extra munition storage. Sure. 23 breakthrough. Okay, save. Make them. Reduce with this. Okay. Production conversion speed, production output cost. This is pretty cool. Okay. Increase this by 1. What's this? So we have some production of that. Cool. Okay. Then we can we have light tanks. Cool. How much guns we have? 7,000. Okay. Let's put artillery 1k. How about we add one? Let's put artillery 1k. $22. I don't wanna. I want to make more of them. Add unit, add unit. Cool. Okay. I think this is a perfect time to end this episode. So, I hope you enjoyed and thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye.